Nan?
Yes?
Are you all right?
I'm sorry. Do we know each other?
I wrote the movie and then just had the most awesome thing happen, which was Emily said she'd like to be in it, which I was just absolutely thrilled about. So, well, I do live in New York, and I love New York. It is about a private girls' school and the pursuit of a place in that school for your child. But it's mostly a love story, and it's about many ways of living in New York, and always with an eagerness to get something you don't have or navigate in a way that's a little bit
dodgy.
Dodgy, that's a great word for it, yeah.
She's just an amazing character that Stacy wrote in the center of this, as one of the characters in the center of this really cool film that had such an original voice, and as we were saying, there's sort of an original setting somehow, centering around this school, but also around in the Upper East Side, but also around the sort of the Bronx, and it was very specific. Everything was very specific in the movie and really romantic and sort of sexy. And Stacey's got a really distinct voice as a screenwriter, and I just really responded to that. But the character's just wild. The character I play is the wife of a somewhat corrupt banker. We think. We don't know. She's put in the position of trying to get her second kid into the school, which her first kid is going to this fancy Upper East Side private girls' school, with a lawsuit looming over her husband and the family, possibly about to be hurled into sort of awful kind of disrepute. And she's uncertain as to what this means for the fate of her child's place at the school, and she's tweaked on all sorts of pills and neuroses, and is demented in her pursuit of a place at the school, and also her own kind of sense of self and how she's going to preserve her possessions if everything gets taken by the government. She's a woman in a kind of frenzied state, and it was just really fun to play her. And I knew from the moment I read the script that it was a gift for an actor, this part, and so that was what drew me to it.
The music is a series of tracks that he created previously, and it's just music I absolutely loved. And so I thought, if we could convince him to let us use those pre-existing tracks that were on a record that he released a couple of years ago, a solo album that was called Everyday Robots. It's just absolutely wonderful. So what the label did is peeled off the vocals and gave us the mixed music without vocals, and then we had the most fantastic music editor, Susanna Parrish, who I've known for ages, and she was excited to come on the movie and do this. And basically we kind of built a soundtrack out of those tracks, and then he watched the movie and said, yeah, okay. It was perfect, actually, and then the number of times that tracks that we wanted to use just like dropped into the cut movie just where they wanted to be, and just Susanna and I, the number of times we just look at each other and go, oh my God, this is really thrilling. There's something about the rhythm of that movie that just wanted those tracks, and then we were able to get them. That was a very happy day when he said yes. Yeah.
I think the pants are too much.
What do you want from me?
Just want to see where you work.
This isn't a game.
Oh, yes, it is. Big winnings,